บวันนี้นะคะท่านวิทยากรมารอแล้วนะคะท่านก็คืออาจารย์ซางหลิงหัวนะคะซึ่งจะมาพูดคุยในประเด็นเรื่องการปฏิวัติอุตสาหกรรม AI รุ่นที่5นะคะท่านเป็น Deputy Head of Network Planning Engineering and Operation ที่บริษัททูนะคะเดี๋ยวเรามาติดตามกันเลยค่ะขอเสียงตบมือต้อนรับอาจารย์ด้วยนะคะขอบพระคุณค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ Sorry, I just use English. So this topic is about the fifth industrial revolution (AGI). So why we talk about the AGI? Because in the fourth industrial revolution already have the AI, but now we have the AGI. I don't know everyone know about the AGI, because AGI is a true AI. It's different from AI, traditional AI. So the fifth industrial revolution will be characterized by the ubiquitous of AGI. AGI is artificial general intelligence. The keywords is general. So there's a two key note about that. First, the AGI will replace traditional mental tasks with various powerful AGI, including problem solving, decision making, pattern recognition, language processing, and even creative endeavors like writing and designing. I think everyone knows that it's possible. We can use OpenGPT to write a lot of articles to make some documents. Second is AGI that can replace the traditional physical tasks with general purpose humanoid robots. Human robots is a very popular, but now it still has some obstacles I will introduce later. So we can use these robots to do the assembly line work, house clean, cooking, elder caring, and planting and harvesting, and even surgery. So today, let's start from Tesla Robotaxi and Tesla's Bolt Optimus. This is Tesla's robot. So what is robotaxi? I think everyone read some news. Tesla robotaxi is ride-hailing. They already operate in United States, and equipped with FSD. Last year I introduced the FSD, full self-driving. The full self-driving is a real self-driving, no man involved, and this service launched in Texas in United States this June. And the Robotaxi network is eventually will be expected to work with all current Tesla vehicles. Now it's being focused on the two new autonomous-only vehicles, Cybercab and Robovan. And it will support all of the vehicles, include the Model 3 and the Model Y. I think it is already in Thailand, but FSD is not introduced because according to our Thailand government regulation, I think in the next future, it will be introduced. And also, the Model S and the Model Y will be participate in the ride-hailing network in the future. And what is FSD? FSD is based on the large language module, LLM. This is a transformer module. Transformer module is invented by the Google. It is launched in 2017. FSD uses this LLM module, large language module transformer, to process spatial and temporal attention to help the system to understand the human world in the real world in 3D and how the objects are moving most of the time. Let's watch the video first. This is robotaxi. Okay, this is a launch event of a robotaxi. I will introduce the FSD later. So what we can see, the robotaxi is already open service in the United States. But what we can do, we'll see the performance. First, we can see robotaxi has a high safety compared to the traditional driving. Autopilot safety gap is the every 7.44 million miles only have a one crash, and compared to without autopilot, it will be the 1.51 million miles. So that means autopilot is very safe compared to the traditional driving, human driving. This is the data is from Tesla's Q1 first quarter 2025. And also, Tesla robotaxi have a benefit. You can see the price of Model Y robotaxi in Austin, the United States, was only $1.25 per mile. While the price in riding with Uber in the same area will be the $2.08, is roughly 7% higher compared to the Model Y robotaxi. And also, robotaxi can address the demand of mobility in major towns and thus reduce because if you have so cheap this taxi, so you don't need to buy a car. So that is can reduce the traffic congestion, and also that you can improve the lane capacity, and so more vehicles can travel per line at a given time. And this is video will show us how a new Tesla can deliver to his own subscribers. It is from a container. It will drive to the owner automatically.
Welcome to your new Tesla. Wow.
So in the future, you don't need to go to the shop to buy the car. You just order in your phone. The car will drive to your home automatically. It's not only driving itself, but also they can learn, because Tesla's FSD is like an intelligent AI brain. It can thinking. It can thinking. It's amazing. At first, I give a little interest of introduction of FSD. FSD use Tesla have cameras inside, 8 cameras. You can see in this picture. You can see about 8 cameras to provide a 360-degree view along with ultrasonic sensors. So Tesla FSD can now autonomously navigate, and also it can learn to interact with the toll booths. For example, you go to a highway, tollway, you can wait you to pay the fee of the, then driving automatically. And so let's watch this video first. Next to again. You can see the Tesla car will automatically stop at the toll gate.
Thank you.
After you finish the payment, the car automatically try again.
How did it do that?
Everything is
I didn't
automatically.
touch anything.
Like a human brain. That's amazing place. So how does it work? And the test of FCD system use cameras to monitoring the interaction at the two both, and the system observes the exchange of the money, the paid money, and the tickets between the driver and the attendant. Then after that, it will autonomous resumption. Yes, when the transaction is complete, the car will automatically resume the driving without any driver input. This is FD. This beta version is V13 and show the Tesla's AGI can handle complex interaction in the real world. I just showed this in case. I think this is very amazing. That means that this car can learn a lot of things in your driving. And also, I show everyone I want to not only use these features in the Tesla, they want to convert other old cars into Tesla. So in United States, some company they try to put the Tesla brain, FSD brain, into another type of car. The Mustang is old style car made Ford. This kind of motive is a California-based Tesla parts and service business. They spend most of the time dismantling EVs and selling off their components. After years of seeing customers create their own EV conversions, the team may decide to build their own car. They use this 1966 Ford Mustang to copy with the Tesla Model 3. So that means in this car, they just set a Tesla Model 3 engine into this car. This engine use I think it's a new version hardware from Tesla. It's a hardware 4.0, so with cameras and sensors. Let me take a look. They use a car driving.
It's a weird looking Tesla.
This is an introduction.
Super clean, cherry red horsey car is making the rounds on Twitter from an account called Tutreport, and it's allegedly a full rebuild using the internals of a Model 3 with full self-driving. The pictures show it quietly driving itself around with a Cybertruck steering wheel, and while sure, this could be an elaborate AI hoax, somebody already did something really similar a year ago. This full 20-minute YouTube video on Spec Review details a full electric conversion using a kit from their company Revolt Systems, which also uses a repurposed Tesla motor to restore old ICE cars. The only things missing are the software and all those funky cameras. But the one from Tutreport actually has the cameras and user interface. From everything observable, it looks like somebody literally just plopped the Tesla bits into a 1966 Ford Mustang.
He introduced how to put the engine into Mustang. Also, the Elon Musk expressed his willingness to evolve licensing the Tesla's FSD to other other car manufacturers. So in the future, maybe if you buy another brand car, you can use FSD too. And also in Chinese companies such as DJI, Xiaopeng Auto also supports pure vision. This is FSD is a pure vision autonomous driving. I will introduce later. So okay, this is about introduce of Tesla's boat Optimus. Optimus is designed as a general purpose humanoid robots. It weighing around 6 kilogram and the height is 170 centimeters. It can also follow the verbal instructions. That means you can ask him to do something and perform various tasks that live to 20 kilograms.
Don't mess it up. That's some true talent right there. Look at him jumping that hop over. Thank you.
This shows first Tesla's restaurant used one of Optimus. You can see he can handle the very weak, very small paper bag. But we can still see that the Optimus cannot move out of the count. So it must have some problem. So what I see here, we think it is one of the problem for the development of general purpose humanoid robots. The problem is the body is not as flexible as the brain. Why? Because we can talk with OpenGPT, OpenGPT like a professional professor. But why his body moves so slowly? Let me check later. Let me introduce Tesla's AGI and interaction capabilities. Tesla, this Optimus use human-computer interaction. So that means he use same use a large language module (LLM), and the conversation can be use the same large language module, interpret of intents and provide timely information. And also they use large AGI modules (LAM) to decipher the body language and the facial expressions, creating a more engaging user experience. But this module has some problem. I will introduce later, explain later. And also it can incorporate in the human feedback, so you can respond to your action. It also use reinforced learning. This is a very common reinforced learning in large language module. So at the same time, I think somebody already know some Chinese company, Unitree is a very popular robot company in China. The same, it has some problem of the robots. Let's watch the video first. So what I say the problem is, we can see in this video, ChatGPT, we know that like the professor, talk like a professor. But when we teach the robots, we have to teach them like in the video. That is not a good way. Because you can see in the video, the robot's movement is obviously have some lag behind. And also, it is possible to let robots doing some movement that we can not teach them. We don't teach them. So this is a big obstacle. Why robots are evolving slowly? because robots are developing the progress in the physical capabilities and complex real-world interaction lag behind the advancement in the artificial intelligence. This is a quite important questions, because when AGI have a rapid development, like natural language processing and computer vision, and building the robots that can reliable and efficiently perform physical tasks in diverse environment has proven to be a single language. Because why? Speaking language, understanding your meaning is different, and robots have to control like complex interaction behavior to control the hand and legs. So that means the complexity you need to integrate in the hardware, sensors, and the software that need to for the robust power management. So that's the difficulty is gathering the sufficient real-world training data for complex tasks. We can watch this video. This is held by China in China, robot racing. Some robots stubborn, and we can see in this video, almost every robots have someone to monitor and control this robot. So that means the robot is have some problem. So another important reason is that body language is different from cognitive language, like we speaking thinking. So since robots' brain is based on the large language model, and which works similarly with human brain, why cannot handle the body movement? So we must analyze our brain. We'll discuss this question later. Second part, let me explain the AGI behind the robots. First, let me tell us about how large language model work like human brain. Geoffrey Hinton, he is a 2024 Nobel Prize winner. We know that he is known as godfather of AlphaGo. He worked for the DeepMind subcompany of Google. This company invented the transformer in 2017. What we call transformer is a real AGI. So this company is also the foundation of ChatGPT from OpenAI. And Dr. Geoffrey said that large language model understand the language in a similar way to humans. The basic logic is a transfer of language into features, then integrate these features into a perfect way. Why? Because the various layers of large language models, they understand the human in the same way. Dr. Geoffrey used Lego bricks for analog to help us understanding why our large language model can understand our languages in a similar human brain. Because Lego bricks, we can, for example, you can use Lego bricks to assemble into some 3D shape, like a car module or apple or some fruit. So we can understand what it is. And the same, the large language use these tokens as words of large language module. It's like similar to Lego in our human. We think this 3D shape. So when we see the car module, we know this is car. And the token is a language, is words of large language modules. So large language modules use the tokenize to cut the original text into the token sequence. So large language model can understand. And also the Dr. Geoffrey thinks the way the human understand language is almost the same as of a large language model. For example, the human even have the hallucination that you imagine something that is maybe not true. the large language model is the same because it also creates some fictional expressions. So we already know the ChatGPT as a professor. How is a language or how is knowledge taught in a large language model? Large language model basically is a neural network transformer model. So it consists of billions of connections we call parameters. Parameters are very important, very important features. So these parameters is not only store the factors like human brains does. Instead, they represent the statistical relationships between the words and the concepts learned from its training data. For example, the ChatGPT can grab the huge language from human, almost everything. ChatGPT masters over 50 languages. You can understand 50 languages. It's amazing. So how do this language put into train this large language model? First, we use massive data training. We import a lot of language we use in human from the internet, books, and other sources to train let the large language model understand of own language knowledge, grammar, etc. For example, the GPT-3 use 45 terabyte of text data. That means use currently most of language to train the GPT. So that means GPT knows everything, physical, whatever, oil, driving, everything in a lot of language from our human world. But it's not enough. They also use reinforcement training, learning. This learning is use human feedback. We call it fine-tune with human feedback to make sure it response could align with our humans' behavior, humans' regulations, to help to make his response more accurate. So this process, known as reinforced learning from human feedback, that is very important. But now DeepSeek in China, they have improved this reinforced learning because traditionally we use reinforced learning. We have to let the professor, some experts, to help this large language model to correct some wrong in his memory, something like that. But DeepSeek uses zero. That means no need human to involve to training. So that is called skips supervised fine tuning. Use pure reinforced learning. They have to use some new method such as COT, chain of thought, and also the group relative political optimization. This is more technical, but it's very important to try to improve the AI, to let us could use AI. Also, this we try to explain the secret of training. Why we put the knowledge into the large language model, you can learn very quickly. The OpenAI 03, now it's 05. DeepSeek R1 has demonstrated remarkable reasoning capabilities. They can capable of human like deep thinking, reflecting on selves, correcting the errors, retrying the different approaches when solving complex mathematics. So how this process to make this AI smarter? This has been long been a mystery. Now, recently in California, University of California, Berkeley, the small team from the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, they discovered the surprising truth. The key to teaching the AGI complex reasoning isn't to give it perfect, accurate reasoning, but to teach it the correct thinking structures. That is very important because it's like we teaching a child math. The key isn't giving every calculation step right, but tell them how to mastering the correct thinking, the logical framework, like you teaching your own child. So the process of AI modules can learning the reason is essentially about learning how to construct coherent chains of thought, like human thinking. So the reason also reveals important education implications. When we training the AI modules, AGI modules, just like educating the human students, we put the correct thinking method is also important than in student. Just give them the language. So most important, we try to give them the correct thinking, the construction, the whole system. That is the same like we try to teaching our child. Okay, let's take a look of the most popular some module. Compare some comparison. Let's do some comparison. First, we can see, as I said, the parameter is very important. So this is from Elon Musk, the Grok 3. Grok 3, they have totally 2.7 trillion total parameters. That doesn't mean the more parameters more smart, but you should have some huge parameter first. We can see the Grok 3, very smart, have a 2.3 trillion parameters. And DeepSeek from China have a 670 billion total parameters. And OpenAI GPT-4o has 1.2 trillion parameters. And Google Gemini version 2, they have version 3 now. They have 1.5 trillion total parameters. These parameters include almost all of human languages, human knowledges, not only languages. So we can see here how they compare the performance of this large language module. We can see whatever Grok 3 or ChatGPT or DeepSeek, the query response time is less than 1 second. That means when you talk with this AI, it can respond, give you answer in less than 1 second. Accuracy is almost close to the 90%. And the context window, that means it can speak continually with, for example, over 4,000 words. And the code generation, that means the user with some programming for computer programming, generated path is over 80%. Language support, at least over support 40 languages. Almost every language in the world. Whatever you see, Japanese, Thai language, or English, or Chinese, whatever, you can understand. But the problems too, I list here in problem 2. The problem 2 is they need higher requirements. Why? For example, let me install the DeepSeek R1, this version. They need a GPU at least 16 NVIDIA A100, or use H200 8 pieces. This is a GPU. And also the VRAM is, that means the RAM used by the GPU. VRAM should larger than 1,300 gigabytes. And also they need a CPU, very powerful CPU. For example, 32 core EYPC. This is a very expensive CPU. Also, the RAM need to larger than 512 gigabyte DDR5. So that means if you run the 4, this is brain, this is the large language model, you should need a very high, expensive hardware at first. So that is difficult to implement it for everyone. But GPT and the DeepSeek give away very important. So let us use. I will introduce later. So how about the AGI? Now, the OpenAI recently they released the GPT-5, the Pro. These are very smart, and the OpenAI CEO said the call of sign of life. Why? Because they think the AGI can do a lot of very amazing things. For example, in this slide, we can see you can give a very complex mathematics problems to this GPT-5. They can do it by their own, and it had ability to solve it. In August 2025 this year, GPT-5 Pro was given the open problem. Open problem is a very famous science problem in this convex optimization paper. It's very difficult, very difficult. And AGI was promoted just to improve the step size in this convex optimization process. Then it generated correct proof that demonstrates better bond, widening the safe step size window by 50%. This is amazing. And this answer was not memorized or found online. That means this answer is generated by their own self. And it was true. And it's Bobek, this is a research, verified the proof. This is, we can see the right picture. It generated, this is a mathematical, you can see all generated by this GPT-5. It's amazing. So let's go back to the driving. Autonomous driving, we have some debate. In China, some car manufacturers, they think they insist LiDAR is very good, but I don't think it's good. Pure vision is a real way. So, and Tesla use a pure vision. Why? Because at first we said Musk, Elon Musk believes that pure vision solutions mainly provides enough driving data to feed to the AI, and through the massive data training and AI large language module, they can provide the self-learning, self-driving is enough. We don't need LiDAR. Why? Because in here, in the right picture, we can see this is the picture is generated by the LiDAR. They can use the LiDAR, use the wave to reflect then generate these 3D pictures. But why the LiDAR is not worked with compared with pure vision? Because autonomous driving language model we trained by the human driving. That means he learned from human driving. The data is from human driving, but nobody used this picture, this LiDAR picture to driving. So that's why this large language model cannot learn from the LiDAR 3D imaging to driving. That's why the pure version is a real and is a very stable, very advanced solution. So we think the pure version is a future, not LiDAR. So I use this to try to explain why the robots need to change the way the training. Let's analyze because I told the problem is the problem one. The problem one that robots it has some problem, right? So let's analyze human brain functionalities. And first, let's talking about Freud. Freud theory for humans, conscious have 3 levels. The conscious, that means use the front lobe and use your front brain to generate the conscious, and the pre-conscious and unconscious. Unconscious is generated by the cerebellum. Cerebellum is behind of your the brain, and now most of the large language models is we think it is equal to the front lobes. That means consciousness activities that we call higher level cognitive tasks is mainly related to our brain's front lobe here, front lobe. And it's have a high energy consumption characters. For example, when you are learning very focused on something, your front head will feel a little heat here, heat here. So front lobe is largest of the 4 lobes of the cerebellum. Is located in the front of the brain, is behind of the forehead. It plays a crucial role in the wide range of high-level cognitive functions, including the personality, social behavior, decision-making, voluntary movement, language. So it is the same like of working theory of transformer large language model, because large language models they use a self-attention mechanism is similar to the information integration pattern of the human brain front lobe. So that means large language model currently is functioning like a human's front brain. But cerebellum is different. It's a central hub of unconscious neural. This is control your body movement, your body behavior, like you running, walking. It's a neural activity responsible for motion control, emotion, anticipation, and automation skills. And also, it is different from this front lobe. It has a low energy consumption characteristics. That means that you don't need to control your body to movement. For example, you're walking, you don't realize your brain is working. So that is because it's functioned by the cerebellum. So the question one is reason is why currently robots are not evolving slowly because they haven't transformed the motion control into the unconsciousness. That means they don't use the cerebellum of a human brain. So the consciousness is a long-term memory inside of a main body, main brain, and it's difficult to describe and organize. So why human body's motion control is controlled by the cerebellum? Cerebellum is contains of approximately 69 billion neurons, almost 40% of the total brain. These tiny neurons can process motion commands from the cerebral cortex, the spinal cord, and the vestibular of the system, vestibular system in parallel, integrating the signals of tens of thousands times per second. It's like a motion coprocessor. So that means they translate abstract comments from the cerebral cortex into the precise muscle control, control your body the movement, make it more smoothly movement, and with real-time error correction. That's very important. So if we have this cerebellum, so we can focus on some net of front lobe to focus on the some cognitive tasks. That means we outsourcing repetitive motion control to the cerebellum. So that's why human body's motion is controlled by cerebellum. But current robots are trained by the similar front lobe technologies. So that means if you cannot use similar cerebellum for robots, the robots cannot move very smoothly like human. That's the reason. I don't explain too much about this. So the answer, how can we move the robots action to make the robots will be widely accepted? So we must build the unconsciousness for the robots. There are two answers for the robot development. First one is we can use Hopfield. Hopfield is Hopfield neural network. Can make some similar, this is cerebellum for the robots. That he can simulate human brain's unconscious mind, both strengthen the high frequency neural connection to the formal automatic response patterns. Second, I recommend use this one is DIKWP. DIKWP data information knowledge wisdom and purpose. Because this model that is can converting the short-term memories. Short-term memories mostly is inside of the front lobe, then can convert into the long-term conscious memories. This module is developed by this Duan Yucong team from America. Provides a more complete framework. They build on DIK layer to implement the consciousness functions. And also the WP, the wisdom intention, can processing the layer introduce a simulator intention-driven nature of the subconscious mind. So this architecture is close to the conscious and same as with unconsciousness dual track module, like to simulate a human brain. So that means in human brain, the unconsciousness of a cerebellum complements the conscious rather than the subordinate the consciousness. That means cerebellum is cooperated with conscious system, front lobe. So the DIKWT's model can work like a transformer is much better for the robot. This is the answer. So if all of the robot manufacturers try to use this model for the robots, So I think the general purpose model robots can be widely development. And if we have this DIK module, it's not enough. Unconscious model is not enough. Why? Because if you train the movement behavior of a human, you have to use a human's data, right? Use a human's data, the training, to train these robots. So it's very difficult. But now we have a solution. We can use a brain-computer interface, BCI, we call it BCI, to get the data from the human, from the cerebellum. So we can, here in Moscow, they have another company they call the Neuralink. The Neuralink is a neurotechnology company. In China, they have a NeuroExpress, the same, almost same, have the same technology to put some inside your body, your brain. The Neuralink use props, make mostly the polyamide. Polyamide is a kind of biocompatible material to put this probe into the body, inside the body. Use this probe to connect the information, the sensors, the signals from the brain. So we can use this system to connect the data to train, connect data from the cerebellum of a human brain to train the robots. And the BCI will dramatically solve the training job for the robot's unconscious model, similar cerebellum in the human brain, to realize motion control and naturally in no energy consumption. The difference is the data from the cerebellum is indescribable, not like we input the training language, the knowledge from the internet used for the large language model. And also, we train the model, we must get the data from a normal person's brain and not from disabled ones. So this is very complicated because if we use develop the general purpose humanoid robots, because we have to capture the data from the human brain to put on this general purpose humanoid robots is very difficult. But mostly mostly the situations we don't need these general purpose humanoid robots. It's very complex, very expensive. But we can use some part of the large language model for some special purpose robots, like we use in the factory. So we think this simple large language model is enough for the special purpose. For example, industrial robots, just doing some repetitive, dangerous tasks. Like welding, painting. So use a very small one, large language model is enough. And recently in the Johns Hopkins, a very famous university, they shown artificial intelligence powered robots. They can do the surgery. They can learn from the surgery and perform the surgery. The processor itself without helping from the human operators. So let's talking about the problem too. So that's why today, especially from last year to this year, they have some explosive growth of AGI. Why? Because DeepSeek make a very innovative step. It open source. It's open source for everyone. What means open source for the AI? For example, before the DeepSeek, if you want to talk with OpenGPT, you have to use our network. Whatever use application, you use network, because the OpenGPT, the AI, is only in the Iowa in American. So if the network is cut down, outage of the network happens, you cannot use GPT, because the GPT is stayed in the long far away in the United States. But now the DeepSeek, they open their source. That means you can download the brain from the network. For example, DeepSeek R1 have 33 billion parameters, and V3 have 671 billion parameters. You can download. This is a total brain, then installed. You will have enough the hardware I just mentioned before. You can download this module and deploy for your own factories, own companies, own system. For example, in some universities, we want to have our own DeepSeek, own brain. So you can download, install your own in Thailand, not in the United States. So let's push, give the pressure to the OpenGPT. So recently in August, OpenAI have to change its closed source AI to release their own open source because the pressure from the DeepSeek. So in August 5th, they have released 2 open source language module. That means you can download this GPT. But the language model, of course, is not same as OPT-5. This open source is only 120 billion parameters, or 20 billion meters parameters. It's a very small LLM for public use. So DeepSeek have another, not only the makes this contribution from the open source, but also they have make another innovation. We call it distillation. What is a distillation? In here, in this picture, we can see in teacher, for example, a professor, they have a very large, huge knowledge. But for when he teaches the student, I think most of the students only understand part of the teacher's language, knowledge. So we can see in this green dot. So that means the students only understand part of teachers, grasp the part of the teacher's knowledge. That procedure we call the distillation. So that means when a teacher try to teach some student maybe get only part of knowledge from the teacher. So from this series, we can see we can distill the language knowledge from the DeepSeek as we need. For example, the DeepSeek R1, this is a full module. They can knowing the mathematics, Chinese, chemistry, physics, engineering. They know everything, but we don't need everything because we only use some large language model for our own use. So in here we can distill some knowledge for our own use. For example, you can distill some math. For example, we want some teacher just teaching the math. Mathematics to help students understand math. So only need 1.5 billion. That means this AI very small can install your own computer. I will demonstrate the computer, this AI in my computer. My computer is 4 years old computer. Still can run a very small one, very smart computer one. So that means in many scenarios only need a smaller module with relevant expertise, such as writing programs. We can download this very small AI brain from the DeepSeek or this Olama, another some website. Okay, let me make some fun. I give 2 examples I can demonstrate here without network. For example, you want to make some fun chatbot in seconds. You only download the Olama from olama.com, then install it, then select a small large language module. In here, we try to demonstrate Gamma 3. This is only 1 billion, but very smart enough for you make fun. Second, I try to demonstrate a code assistant. That means when you're coding, when you make some program, make some computer program, in the past it's very difficult. But now I can let this AI to work for myself. Okay, before that demonstrate, you can see here I connect the Wi-Fi. So in here I want to turn off the Wi-Fi. Turn off the Wi-Fi. Turn off that means I don't connect any network, internet. I just run the AI by myself. For example, let me run this Olama. And already download some small, this is Gamma 3, 1 billion, only 1 billion maybe I think the one of 3.3 gig bytes in my computer. So you can see here the network is cut down. This is just run offline without any internet connection. Let's talk with him. I said, hi, Jill, your day is going so far. Something you'd like to talk about? Okay, could you tell me something about Thailand? So it responded very quickly. Overview, location, capital of your language, what makes Thailand special. Food, Phuket, what is beach island, Phuket, Krabi, whatever. Even you ask him by the Thai language, he can answer easily. Because he could understand the Thai language too. And you can see here, very small AI has installed on my computer without any internet. We don't need the internet. This is AI is working on my computer without any internet. This is a computer not very powerful one. It's 4 years ago. This is 4 years ago product. Okay. Second, I want to demonstrate a program language. For example, you want your child to make some program, but you don't know the Python. Python is a very popular language. In here, I try to demonstrate with Python charm. This is a very popular IDK. Okay, and in here, I already installed the code latest. That is only 700 megahertz, megabytes, not megahertz, megabytes. The very small one. It can help us to make some, for example, make some program. For example, I let him to write, for example, to write sort. Sort program is very popular, very simple. Write bubble sort in Python. Okay, the same. We can see I'm not connecting the internet. We are not running the AI from the internet. We are only getting the support from our own computer. Okay, he can answer. Sure. Here you can implement it. Now he can make the program to show you the program. Define the bubble sort and the for. One by one, he can give you the code. Amazing, all right? And you can copy this code in your Windows. This is like Python. You can run in it. The token is, I said, token is AI's language words, like humans. Okay, we can generate this code that can run, pass it in my window to run. Okay, this is a very simple demonstration. From these two demos, we can see we can install AI. That means everyone can use your own AI. You can make your own AI for yourself. For example, you can use AI for your child to learning AI to make some program by yourself. Because everything you don't know, you can let them to talk with AI. You can talk with, ask questions about the weather, whatever. You can ask him. Make fun. It's a real AI. And also, AI have some professional, we call AI agents. What is AI agents? You can see here is a Copilot. It's very popular in the Microsoft. platform. The co-pilot is AI agents. That means AI agents is agents. That means you give the large language models have some special features to let these AI models can access tools and knowledge, perceiving its environment, reason like goals, planning, executing the task with minimal human interventions. That means you don't need just give orders. You can completely your tasks by itself. So it's a lot like simple chatbots or the tools. AI agents can exhibit advanced capabilities like decision-making, learning, and collaboration. This Imagine Art and Dream Studio can make the movies, make to some pictures as your orders. So the AI agents, that means the key components have not only the large language model itself, but also have memory modules. Memory modules, they have a short-term memory and a long-term memory. And also have a planning module. That means they can decompose your goals into actionable steps. So you can make a plan itself. Then you can use the tools assigned by yourself, like a database specified software, make some program, something like that. Most of commercial AI tools is AI agent. Okay, let's take a look of AGI trends currently. As I said, the real AI is start from 2017. So we can see in this the paragraph, we can see from 2022 October, maybe it's only zero of ChatGPT AI, zero customers. Today, in this year, in April, there are 800 million users, and the subscribers the same from the October 2022, and today have 20 million subscribers. That means the subscribers pays money per month. The revenue today is they had the 4 billions for just for the ChatGPT. Also, the AGI developer in the recent 7 years have a growth 6 times to 6 million developers. So we can use so many tools just because developers, AGI developers, just in 7 years. And also, in recent 5 years, we can see the AGI modules from almost only several few modules to today is over 100, grown 167% every year. Also, we need the GPU support, the NVIDIA support. Today, mostly we use H1. This is version. The chipset is Hopper, and Emperor is like RTX, and this is a GPU. You can use computer for gaming. This Emperor inside. So we can see here, it's growing very quickly, and mostly is the NVIDIA grows maybe the 90% of this market. So the growth is over 130% per year. And the same we can see here, energy required is reduced dramatically. We can see here in 2014, maybe for the joules is per token is need like 40,000, and today near zero. Near that means we don't need too much power to drive this AI. And the same, the AI interference price. The price is very important for us to use AI. So from 2023, we can see here 1 million tokens. Maybe you need $10, over $10. But today, it's only belong to the 0.1 dollars for per 1 million tokens. So they're very cheap now. So how about the effect? We can see this is a real picture that maybe you take by your photo, use a mobile phone to take photo. But this is left one is AI generated image. So you can see, I cannot tell the details, but this look like the real one. So about the United States, China, these two countries are pacing the rest of the world. You can see here, The United States, of course, is number one. They have accumulated, have a large-scale AI models systems. Here in 2024 is over 100, and same in China is over 100, and other countries in the world is very small. And for industrial robots, because China has world factories, so the China is number one. The industrial robots installed is in 2023 is over 300,000. It's number one. This number is from the IFR, International Federal of Robotics. And in recent years, from the employment, we can see the data. The AI job related posting is last 7 years increases 448%, and the non-AI IT jobs reduced 9%. So this is data is from the United States, from University of Maryland. So we can see more and more companies need AI. Talking about because True is a telecom network, telecom companies, we are running the network. So recently we use AI radio. We installed we call the intelligent computing board, the kind of AI intelligent board. We can use this board to analyze the data, the customer's behavior. So we can analyze the behavior. We try to improve the customer experience to improve the customer perception and reduce the power. And also we can improve the network power consumption, something like that. So this is we implemented in our network. We call it AI radio. And also the AI OS is now is coming, and some AI OS can provide some the environment for running the AI models. For example, this is a new mobile phone called IKKO AI smartphone. It has two built-in systems, Android 15 and also the IKKO AI OS. This is a clean, advertise-free and with smart built-in AI tools. Let's take a look at this video.
Hey, I'm Shaky. I'm part of product design team at Linghua. For the past 2 years, we've been working on something really exciting, something small but full of power. This is Linghua One, a cup-sized mini smartphone. It's smaller and lighter than a cup holder, but it can do much more than you think. So why did we create it? Because sometimes you just want to focus, but your phone keeps buzzing. There are too many notifications, and when you travel abroad, there's always a problem. Or if you are a small back person, you just need everything to fit and everything look good. So we thought, what if a phone could be different, small and smart, always online, with a modern and clean look? That's how Hyper began.
So the AI OS is different from of iPhone or current Android phone. Why? Because everyone said, your iPhone has AI inside. Yes, have an NPU, have a AI, but it's not a real AI OS. Real AI OS is that means have installed a large language module inside, just like my computer. They install like a small AI inside, so we can talk it itself without networking, without you go to 4G, 5G. We don't need Wi-Fi. We don't need 4G, 5G can run this small large language module. So that means the large language module inside your brain, inside your computer. This brain inside the computer, inside your mobile phone. That is different. Okay, so AI, I think is AGI is very quickly developed very quickly. Now, NVIDIA recently they provide some new very powerful tools. We can see in this picture. So this small one is not a computer. It's not only a computer. It's just for the help you to develop the AI application. This small one is inside is a Blackwell. Blackwell, that means newest AI chipset from NVIDIA. This small one, of course, is cannot compare to the H200, but it still can provide very powerful deliveries 2000 FP4 teraflops. That is very crazy, very great the compressing computing power to tackle the complex applications. So this is around, I think, around 100,000 baht, 1,000 baht. Not very expensive, because if you buy a very powerful GPU, it's very expensive too. You buy this one, you can install a full. This is a kind of a full DeepSeek R1, around 32 billion parameters, with excellent performance. That means you can install the full DeepSeek one. It can knows everything, not only the language but also the physicals, anything you need to know. So this is a full DeepSeek one. You can install this small powerhouse. Because the powerhouse is called compact powerhouse. So it has inside have a 2,560 core. These called NVIDIA Blackwell architectures GPU with 96 fifth gen tensor cores. Tensor is a kind of a neural system. Also, the CPU is a 14 core ARM neuros. So the GPU is very powerful. So everyone can buy it for developer AI. For some robotics, some whatever. So this is quite powerful. And let's take a look at some leading companies, how they use AI. For example, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is accept AI very quickly. Of course, it's AGI, not a traditional AI. So first, the developer a futuristic flavor. He used AI to analyze vast amounts of consumer data. Companies create highly personalized campaigns that resonate with individual preferences. AI-powered tools enable Coca-Cola to predict consumer behavior, optimize placements. So Coca-Cola launched the limited edition for the year 3000. Year 3000. Zero sugar. This one. He said it's a future in 3000. Yes, 3000. in December 2023. So it's a representation of what a Coca in the year 3000 will taste like. This is a brand new Coca-Cola. So also he used this AI to make some enhanced marketing campaigns. So it helps the brand analyze social media interaction to identify the emerging themes, ensuring its advertisement remain relevant, engaging. For example, this video will show the Creamer's advertisement was generated by the GPT-4. That is I call it the AI agent. Let's take a look. Okay, this is a simple advertisement, but it's fully generated by the GPT-4. Also, Coca-Cola, they try to optimize the supply chain operations by AGI. So the AI is playing a critical role in streamlining Coca-Cola's supply chain processes. By utilizing the predictive analytics using the digital twin. Digital twin, that means use AI to simulate the total the process in the virtual world. The simulate the real process. Digital very useful. Very useful in the future. It will be a very popular tools, very popular method to help us before we put into the real one, to develop a real one, to simulate first, to reduce cost and find the problem. So the company used the digital twin to forecast the demand more accurately, reduce waste and improve the inventory management. For example, Coca-Cola save 9% on water bill per year. That is a very great achievement. So about the risk from the job lost. So everyone is very care about this. From the recently Microsoft reports, Microsoft introduced the AI applicability score. That means he used some tools from the Copilot to measure the occupation to match the user conversation with Copilot. Copilot is already delivered from the Microsoft Office, so you can use Copilot freely. So they use a Copilot to measure task success and scope automation. So we can see this what kind of job were influenced by the AI. The number one is interpreters and translators. Second job is historians and some passenger attendants, customer service representative. The list here is 40, 40 jobs that Microsoft think is at risk from AI in the future. We take it for reference. And also, of course, if we can have this very powerful like digital word, we can use it to generate a virtual world. So from Google, recently they released Genie 3. Genie 3 is a kind of a general purpose word module. I think we most of have already watched the movie Matrix. Matrix is before 2000, year 2000. This is very popular sci-fi movies. Now with AGI, we can generate a real word, not a real word. It's a real virtual word. And so from the Genie 3, he said he can generate unprecedented diversity interactive environments that you can navigate in real time at 24 frames per second. And in Gen 3, the AI system can use your understanding of the world to simulate aspect and enabling the agents to predict both how the environment will evolve and how the action affect it. So it can give the orders. Word models are also a key stepping stone on the path to the AGI, since they can make it possible to train AI agents in an unlimited curriculum in the rich simulation environments. If it were built with unlimited computing source, I mean because Genie 3 is just for the demonstration. If built with unlimited computing source, it might become a digital world in movie Matrix. Now let's watch a movie from Genie 3.
What you're seeing are not games or videos. They're worlds. Each one of these is an interactive environment generated by Genie 3, a new frontier for world models. With Genie 3, you can use natural language to generate a variety of worlds and explore them interactively, all with a single text prompt. Let's see what it's like to spend some time in a world. Genie 3 has real-time interactivity, meaning that the environment reacts to your movements and actions. You're not walking through a pre-built simulation. Everything you see here is being generated live as you explore. Genie3 has world memory. That's why environments like this one stay consistent. World memory even carries over into your actions. For example, when I'm painting on this wall, my actions persist. I can look away and generate other parts of the world. But when I look back, the actions I took are still there. And Genie3 enables promptable events, so you can add new events into your world on the fly. Something like another person, or transportation, or even something totally unexpected. You can use Genie to explore real-world physics and movement, and all kinds of unique environments. You can generate worlds with distinct geographies, historical settings, fictional environments, and even other characters. We're excited to see how Genie3 can be used for next-generation gaming and entertainment, and that's just the beginning. Worlds can help with embodied research, training robotic agents before working in the real world, or simulating dangerous scenarios for disaster preparedness and emergency training. World models can open new pathways for learning, agriculture, manufacturing, and more. We're excited to see how Genie3's world simulation can benefit research around the world.
This is from the deep mind. What's it used for? For example, you don't have the ability to go to the space station to landing on the moon. So you can ask the Genie3 to create use some glasses. You can watch simulate astronaut landing on the moon. This is crazy. If you cannot dive in the water, so you can let this Genie3 to create almost the same as diving in the water to see corals, fishes, whatever. Very crazy. But for example, you want to travel in the New York, for example, you can let Genie3 to create some real simulate some real scenario in the New York. Even if you want to interest in some very sci-fi movie, the same you can create some scenarios for you dedicated in some sci-fi movies as you are the role inside. It's a very great experience. Okay, also the AGI, even very powerful, still have some challenges. And as I said, the problems one is almost have some stakeholders because you need the BCI to connect the data from the human body to build unconsciousness like a human cerebrum to help the robots to improve the movements. And another way is how to implement the AGI, because AGI is widely accepted because after open source, every company can install their own AI, depend on what you need. I think maybe less than 100 billion small AGI is very good for small businesses. Very cheap, and but you can secure your data, your enterprise's data in your own servers, very security. And so you can train by yourself, so improve your own companies to make the AI work for you. But from the MIT, Massachusetts Institute report, the state of AI in business 2025, many enterprises are running trouble investing in AGI because their return. Why? Because at first they're very anxious to improve ROI, the return from the investment. The problem is mostly the boss want to use AGI into the sales marketing. They think this if we use AGI for sales marketing, you get a return, but on contrary, it's not a good one. So the better is you have to use AGI for the back office automation first. They can yield a better ROI. This BIOS will reflect easier metric attribution, not actual value. Keep the organization focused on the wrong priorities. So you have to use the right direction in your own companies. Second challenge is the common issues of daily operations. Use the wrong tools, because AI we don't cannot use AI like ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is a chatbot. If you want to use it in your companies, you need the advanced tools to improve. For example, the AI tools should have a memory. Sometimes some companies use AI, they don't know how to use that, so they don't have the right tools. So the tools forget the context. They don't learn, so cannot involve. So that's why some mission critical work in some companies, 90% still using the human. So the gap is the structural. So AI tools lacks memory and adaptability. So you need to use the right tools. The third challenge is most of the companies, they don't know how to use AI. So even their internal team, they don't understand what is AI, because they say, oh, AI like ChatGPT, we talk to it, it respond to us, but it's not the right way to use AI. So you have to resort to the external team. It's better to use external tools. Developing with vendors much better than building and maintaining AI tools by your own self, the full in-house. So this is the big challenges from a report from MIT. So we can learn from this report. So try to improve of AGI in our own companies. So about the conclusion. The fifth industrial revolution will be marked by the AGI. It's based on the large language model and the general purpose humanoid robots. It will be widely accepted very quickly. So you can see this diagram from what I show you. So in next 5 years will be very quickly, dramatically change the total industry. Even somebody maybe not accepted, but it's changed the real world dramatically. AGI is far more than a disruptive technology. It is a core of the fifth industrial revolution, because artificial general intelligence is not merely another tool. It is the dawn of an era where we automate of cognition, make it the most profound industrial shift to date. The economic and social implications are staggering. Every sector from agriculture to finance will be transformed by the predictive analytics, autonomous systems, and personalized AGI agents. This promises unprecedented efficiency and solutions to the grand challenges like climate change and personalized medicine. So we believe whatever in every effects will be influenced by the AGI. By externalizing and scaling the intelligence, we are initiating the new chapters in human progress, one filled with both immense promise and profound responsibility. Our task to steer this revolution with wisdom, ensuring to serve as a catalyst and for a more equitable and creative and human-centric future. We believe that it will come in very quickly. Thank you.
ขอบพระคุณมากนะคะ非常感谢 Thank you very much Professor ไม่ทราบว่ามีท่านไหนอยากถามคำถามไหมคะถามตอบได้เลยนะคะพี่ต้นสนใจไหมคะ So please let me ask my first question. If we talk about the AGI or LLM, do you think that this kind of artificial intelligence will have a lot of challenge to Thai industry or to Thai workers? จะถามเขาว่าปัญญาประดิษฐ์พวกเนี้ยนะคะที่อาจารย์พูดมาถึงเนี่ยมันมีความท้าทายอะไรที่จะส่งผลต่ออุตสาหกรรมและแรงงานไทยหรือไม่นะคะเชิญค่ะ
So yeah, it's a good question. So I think because since DeepSeek open source its modules, you can download every AI from the internet. So I think it is very easier for Thailand, for Thai people to use AI. as I showed before. So I can, because I already download AI in my computer, I cut this network. So you can see I don't connect internet. So let's type some Thai language. Let's show you how it works.
อาจารย์บอกว่าทุกวันนี้คนไทยเราก็สามารถดาวน์โหลดแอปพลิเคชันอะไรแบบนี้ที่มันมีปัญญาประดิษฐ์อะไรแบบนี้ได้อยู่แล้วอย่างเช่น DeepSeek หรืออะไรเงี้ยนะคะคนไทยเราสามารถดาวน์โหลดใช้ได้แล้วตอนนี้อาจารย์กำลังจะทดสอบให้ดูนะคะว่ามันใช้งานได้ง่ายขนาดไหนค่ะ
For example, I input คุณชื่ออะไร Yeah, sorry. คุณชื่ออะไรคุณชื่อคุณชื่ออะไร
แอปอันนี้ก็น่ารักดีนะคะน่าสนุกลองใช้ลองโหลดใช้ดูก็ได้นะคะโอลาม่าเนี่ยค่ะ
เนาะคุณชื่ออะไรอันเปลี่ยนเป็นทำลงภาษาขนาดใหญ่ฝีมือโดย Google นะครับ I don't open the internet. You can see you can answer everything in Thai language, so everyone can use. This is only a very small one. It's very smart, so you can ask mathematics problem. For example, the 1 + 1. You can use AI for very normal computer. This computer is not a powerful computer. It's 4 years ago. This is a very old computer. So you can install AI.
อาจารย์บอกว่าเครื่องคอมพิวเตอร์ของอาจารย์เนี่ยอายุการใช้งานก็4 ปีมาแล้วนะคะแต่ว่าก็ยังสามารถดาวน์โหลดแอปพลิเคชันโอลาม่ามาใช้ได้แล้วก็สามารถใช้โต้ตอบเป็นภาษาไทยได้ด้วยนะคะ so other than Thai language and English any other languages
French whatever
ทุกภาษาเลย
ทุกภาษา
อาจารย์พูดไทยได้ใช่ไหมคะจะได้จะได้แบบว่าหลายๆท่านจะได้ไม่ต้องเกรงจะได้ถามภาษาไทยได้ด้วยค่ะลองมีท่านไหนสนใจอยากพี่เงี้ยวจับพี่เงี้ยวค่ะไม่จับ
So it's very interesting. You don't need the internet, so you can run the AI on your computer.
Sorry, I may have 1 or 2 questions which is related to the AGI. So if the AGI is real happen, of course it have big impact to the industry. So in your perspective, which industry segment or sector is got major impact for the AGI? For sure that nowadays we heard the news that for the K-Bank, sorry to name it, that volunteer to early retire since the employee above 45 years old, and this just for example which got impact to the even the institute of banking. So in your opinion, again repeat the question, which major industry segment which got impact?
What I think is not impact, is a kind of improvement first. Yeah, because you have AI, that means this one is don't rely on the human's brain. So they don't eat, they don't need food, they don't need some only except the computer and the power consumption. So it is kind of 24 hours assistant for you to help you to complete some tasks. I think it's not only is an impact. I think the first we think about improvement, whatever industry. As I said, from agriculture to finance, so every industry you can get a beneficial first. But yes, have some impact. So as I said, in here is Microsoft said they have some jobs at risk. But if you help, because the AI is not means everything, right? So you have to teach them first. And we said, for example, even a professor in the university, if you let him do some job like, for example, in telecom, to build some network, it's very difficult for him. Even he knows a very large language, a lot of huge knowledge about the telecom. But if you build a real network, you need to teach them how to build a real efficient network. So So what I mean is, for every one of us, we should learn something how to use AI to keep our aligned with development of the AI. I think that is very key, especially of kids, because it still takes time, maybe the 5 years or 10 years to use AI in everywhere. But now it's impossible because you can see in this small computer, you can use AI, very powerful AI. You can answer a lot of questions in Thai language. So for your child, you can why not let child use build of own computer AI for yourself? That helps them to improve, give the knowledge. For in the future, they can use knowledge to improve every field. Because we can provide the better services with AI. I think it's not use AI to replace of human resources. I think we can use AI to because you can see in the world we can compete with other countries. If we can compete with AI first, so we can get the revenue first, get the more powerful first to improve our country's capability first. I think that is the key. For example, in the future for Thailand, we try to compete with Malaysia, Indonesia. But if we use AI, because AI can download from the internet, everyone can use AI. So if we can, everyone can use AI. We have a lot of experience, so we can make the country more powerful than other country. That's what I think it is. I think as soon as possible for us to use AI to let our
Thank you,
children.
Professor.
Yeah,
That is a positive impact is in your view.
Mm.
But anyway, the coin have two sides, positive and negative. In the negative, of course, as we know that the industry in disruption for the AI is major impact to the career of the people, hiring the people, as well as it that separate the people knowledge to how to use the AI in second tier or third tier. It means that in the future, if the people have no idea or don't know how to use the AI, it means that it's kind of they have no future of their career. So it's kind of the slide presentation of
Don't
your
worry.
that kind of the autonomous robot taxi.
Don't worry. Because just as we said in this slide, we can see in just 2 years, maybe the last year. So if you want to have a real AI, you need this hardware. Like for example, in here, you need a GPU like 16 NVIDIA A100, very expensive, right? So today you can install AI in such computers notebook, and in the future you can use more and more AI agents were invented to help you. You don't need to have a background of AI, how to use AI. You just use some tools to help you to, for example, you can build some sales to build a sales team, for example, to make some online shopping, something like that. You can help that AI to build a. You can just according to the AI give you the answer to step by step. It's in the future no need a special language, special knowledge for using the AI. I believe it's very easy to use.
And how to make sure that the AGI is not harmful the humanity or the people, because of course that the AGI is more smart and smarter,
Yeah.
but how to make sure that the mechanics or even this is created by the people, and how to make sure it's not harm.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's depend on some who the control the AI logic. I think the algorithm that for example I think OpenAI, the CEO said we set some security policy, some protect. For example, you cannot hurt the human. You have to give the human some benefit to protect human society, something like that. Into some policy. I think it's a very top policy in the AI algorithm. I think they already said that. A lot of people concerned about your question. Yes, the same. Yeah, I think they have some protection in the AI algorithm.
Thank you, Professor. That's all for me.
Thank you.
Professor, may I ask you some questions? From your opinion, how do you think that the Thailand is ready for the cyber attack, or how can we prevent and defend ourselves from cyber attack?
Segway.
Because, from your opinions, I would like to get your opinions that how do you think that the Thai people or the Thailand government will be ready to defend ourselves from the cyber attack, and how ready that we prepare for that?
Segway attack.
Cyber attack.
Oh,
that
cyber
they-
attack.
yeah,
Sorry.
cyber-
sorry. Cyber attack is, that we still can use AI because even this AI, I can ask him question. For example, how can we protect the cyber attack? For example, I don't know. I just pretend I don't know. I attack from for Thailand. I just use this AI to let him answer their question. Your question. Okay, let's talk about protecting against cyber attack in Thailand. It's a growing concern, and Thailand is. So I don't use internet. I don't get answer from internet. You can see here I cut the connect from internet. Its own answer is from my own AI on my own computer. So to its digital infrastructure economy, here's a breakdown. So understand the threats, national state actors, cyber criminals, ransomware, malware, and phishing, and something. So specify the mitigation strategy for Thailand. You can see the Thailand government cyber security focus and learn about the Thai cybersecurity framework, stay updated and adversaries and critical infrastructure protections and business cybersecurity. Of course, they give a lot of opinion. You can see here, so you can check step by step. But this is very common answers. But still, I think it's enough to support to protect some cyber attack from the internet. But you can ask them for more details. For example, you can ask them firewalls in Thailand, how many firewalls, and he got a lot of background. You can see this AI only 1 billion. You can see very small one, because large one is like 700 or 1 trillion billions. The powerful, but only this one 1 billion can answer such questions in less than 1 second. You can see I just put it inside, they can give the answers so quickly. So the AI can answer everything. So when you have some problems, whatever the technical problem, you can ask him in Thai language. Of course, it's possible. It's very amazing. Only 1 billion. This is you can see here. This is not from internet. This is not from internet. I cut the connection from internet.
Thank you, Suran.
Yeah. I think it's amazing one.
Okay, really thanks that you will give our questions. Actually, that I would want to ask you several questions, but I think I don't need to ask you anymore because I can ask from AI, same as you answer for us. That's why I just quit my question. Thanks a lot. To tell me that how to find the answer exactly. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you can answer. I think for everyone, you can install this one. I give you the steps. You can see in my page here. Okay, sorry. I think it is. Here. Here. So you can make a very fun chatbot in your seconds. You can install this AI because this is very secure because it's AI installed on your computer. This is disconnect internet. So every data, everything is a very keep good privacy. No one knows. So you can use AI to train to make it more smarter. This is a chatbot. Also, you can download another everything. A lot of kinds of chatbot. Yeah.
Sorry, I would want to know one question. Does which AI that you use, actually that your daytime that you usually you use which one that maybe that is the best that you already trained the AI. That which one can you give out?
Oh yeah. What I think is I from ChatGPT 3. From ChatGPT 3 to today's ChatGPT 5 and Grok and Gemini. Gemini is from Google and DeepSeek. Most API, I think most API can satisfy my maybe the 90% of the questions, mostly. I think they're very intelligent enough to answer my daily some questions and the daily work. I think it's mostly it's I think it's a very high level. It's mostly even mathematics questions, mathematics and some algorithm in my technical in the network. I mean telecom network, industry field. So you can answer very quickly whatever in the fiber, the core network, the transmission network, the radio. A lot of technology you can understand fully, can give me a very professional answer. So mostly, I think I recommend everyone can use any one of them, because you can see the comparison of this AI. Mostly, there's smart enough. I think you can use for free one is satisfying 90% of the common people, because if you want to subscribe the paid one is that means you have some professional questions from AI. So that is means you get a very professional support. But for normal use, normal questions, you can use a free model, free version. Whatever you can see, DeepSeek and Google. Because DeepSeek is a full functional AI. You can install it on your own system, on your own server. Yes. Sometimes the subscriber want to buy some professional API because they need the use for the AI agent to work for your own companies. Today, still a little complicated to make some AI agent for your own companies. Yeah, for professional one, just work for your own companies. That is customized, and you can think it is customized AI. That means you have to pay for it. But for the company use, for example, you want to ask some medicine you need to eat. You want to take today, you can ask them, no question, for free. Everything for free. If you want to buy a car, which type, some technical specification, you can ask them, use for free. Don't need pay. Yes. Yeah. Yes, you can use for free version. Yeah, same. Mostly, yeah.
ไม่ทราบว่ามีท่านไหนมีคำถามอีกไหมคะมีเชิญ
你好，老师张。
Yeah.
My name is Chayatif. 新闻主播在 TNN.
Oh,
你好。The other day, I just read the news talking about Albania, the small country in Europe, in Mediterranean, and they are planning to have AI-based minister to rule the country, and also the prime minister to be AI. What do you think about that? If Thailand would have AI prime minister, or
I know.
to manage the country, because they are sick of the corruption problems. I think it's the same as yeah.
It's political sensitive.
Okay, off record. Cameraman, turn it off. Thank
It's okay.
you.
It's okay. Political issue is related to our people, community, and social, and some religions, and so it's very complicated. So even for AI, it can give you some reference, but cannot help you to leading the country. I think, because they don't know the feelings of the people. The political, why they get vote. The vote is I have a same the view. You agree your measurements to help to people to reduce some the price of a daily groceries, something like that. So I agree with it. I vote for you, right? So this is kind of my feeling, my requirement. So you must understand everyone's requirement, your feeling, so you can get the leadership, prime minister, right? So for AI, today it's very difficult. You cannot understand everyone's requirement. You have to talk with everyone. So on the current political system, is I don't think it is let AI to be a prime minister. But prime minister, current prime minister, you can use AI to analyze what is a big issue, what is important, critical issue in Thailand society. What do we need to improvement? How to improve? How to get some corruption from the maybe from the social network, from the crew. I mean, because someone report some crew, you have to identify is the real one, is a false one. Then get some analysis for every day to get report automatically from the social network to help you to manage the network. That is can help the current. I'm not sure. You know that, but in Thailand is very complicated, complex. So the every year they change the prime minister.
Thank you ขอบคุณค่ะ
Any questions ไม่มีแล้วโอเคค่ะถ้าอย่างนั้นนะคะขอเรียนเชิญค่ะพี่โด่งนะคะจากกลุ่มมังกรค่ะคุณณัฐพลเหลืองวงไพศาลนะคะประธานหอการค้ากลุ่มภาคตะวันออกเฉียงเหนือตอนบน1ค่ะจากกลุ่มมังกรนะคะมอบของที่ระลึกแด่อาจารย์ค่ะขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆให้กับอาจารย์ด้วยนะคะต้องขอบพระคุณอย่างยิ่งค่ะ